Guys, with it being the end of 2023 and going into 2024, I figured it would be a good time to kind of look back on my guitar collection that I've had from 2023 moving into 2024. That being said, guys, let's take a look at my guitar collection for 2023. So one of the first guitars we got here is my Schecter Omen 6. So this is a really old guitar for me. I got this forever ago. Actually, I had a guitar break on me, one of my first guitars, and so my dad actually bought this for me. I spent so much time doing chores around the house and everything like that to make sure I could pay him back for it. Working two paper routes and everything like that. Schecter's own like basic pickups, string through body and bridge, volume knob, tone knob, through a pickup selector. Super solid beginner guitar. Honestly, the only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is that it does have like a glossier neck, and that it does have it's like a little bit of a rounder neck, kind of definitely more like chunkier. Not like my favorite thing, but definitely a solid guitar. If you are looking to be a beginner guitar or anything like that, I definitely recommend Schecter's Omen lines. This is, like I said, the Omen 6. And I've had this guitar for, boy, I want to say over like 12 years at this point now. Yeah, one more look at it. And this one primarily lives in like E standard and drop D. I don't really use this one a hell of a lot. It's got a lot of sentimental value to me, so that's why I still hold on to it. All right, guys, so next up we have a one I've wanted for a while. I got this year. This is an Ibanez ARZ 700. It is basically Ibanez's version of a Les Paul. This has been around for quite a bit. So string through bridge, goes through the bridge, doesn't go through the body, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. EMG active pickups. I think it's an 81 and a 60. The 81 and a 60. Through a pickup selector, volume and tone knob, 24 frets, not stainless steel, they're nickel frets, a little bit thicker of a neck, but the battery port obviously, and then just gloss, because it's just a fully glossed guitar. So not like the best playing, but definitely something I like to have in my guitar arsenal. Like I said, Les Paul style body, which is pretty solid. I think every guitarist should have some kind of like Les Paul-ish type body in their guitar collection. Super solid, super great guitar. I've used it on a couple covers before, so tried and true, and it should be normal to what it is. EMGs, guys. So this is the last 6-string I will have featured in this video. This is the last 6-string I currently own. This is an RGA 32. I've had this for quite some time too, probably over 10 years, I'm not gonna lie. This started out as a gunmetal gray, but as you can see, let me see if I can get it in there. It's like sparkle white. I have sparkles in there. So I did refinish this myself. I refinished it. I took the old pickups out. I put in the Matt Heafy set from Fishman. Push-pull tone knob, or volume and tone, different voicings, three-way pickup selector on there. The standard Ibanez bridge, I didn't change anything hardware-wise besides the pickups. 24 nickel frets, still rocking tried and true. I thought about painting the headstock, but I just don't know if I want to put all that work in. I know you can get these badges again and stuff like that, but it's definitely going to be a project if I do, because then I'd want to change the tuners out as well. But this one, very, very solid guitar. This is the 6-string, I'm not going to lie, that I probably play the most. I got lazy in the back and just kind of just velcroed the 9-volt in. But yeah, so, and as you can see, that's kind of like my little hidden Easter egg with this guitar. I don't know if you can pick that up with like the light shining on it, but that is a Raichu that I stenciled out and put in the guitar within like color shifting paint, but it kind of just stays that blue. So This is an awesome fucking guitar. Like I said, this is the 6th string that I probably play more than anything else. This is what I feel comfortable with playing. This is probably one of my babies. Like, this is the guitar that I've had for the longest time. I just really hated the color on it. I have repainted this. There are some like marks and mistakes and everything like that. It was my first time painting a guitar, but I think it turned out all super well for what it is, especially because I switched the pickups out after. So very, very sick guitar. Like I said, most of my 6-string songs, I love playing this guitar. This guitar is been with me through a lot and has done a lot with me. And up next we have a bass. Honestly, I never play bass ever. I got this a long time ago thinking that if I ever got in a band or anything like that, a bassist would need a bass if they didn't have a bass or anything like that. And I'm open to playing bass in bands and stuff like that, so it would be fun. But I do have this Ibanez. I think it's like an 8TK. It's like an Ibanez Premium ATK. I'm not gonna lie, super dusty. I think these are like cap pickups. I don't know what that means, but I think it's like an Ibanez like proprietary pickup. Super cool. I think it's an ash body, but yeah, active pickups, 5-string. So I never honestly play it. It's an Ibanez Premium. Are those still a thing? I really like don't keep up on a lot of like the guitar naming, but maybe I should. Let me know if you guys would want to see of me keeping up with all the guitars and seeing like the new stuff coming out. But yeah, I really don't have much to say about this bass. Is that it's an Ibanez bass. It plays good. It's a solid bass. I don't know anything about the electronics. I'll be honest. I never researched any of it. Yeah, I don't really use and play this ever. So that's the only bass I have in my collection. Now we are gonna get into the fun stuff. So next is gonna be all my 7-string guitars. 7 strings feel great to me. They feel good in the hand. A lot of them have flatter, thinner necks, so I really like playing them a lot. I don't have any 8 strings, but that might change coming in 2024. We'll find out. But 7 strings are my bread and butter. They're what I play most of the time. You've seen some of my covers, they have 7 strings in them. So even if they're like 6-string songs, like the I See Stars cover is played on a 7-string. I love the feel of 7 strings, and it's just easy just to ignore that 1 string and just keep playing. So here are my 7-string guitars. Alright, so next up we got the 7-string guitars, and the first one to start it out is my Schecter Reaper multi-scale 7-string. Hipshot bridge, Schecter's basic, I think they're like blade pickups. This is where one of the problems comes in with this guitar since I got it. I feel like the screw in the neck pickup somehow is like stripped. I keep screwing it down to the body, and for some reason it like every so often it just pops right back up. I'll have to like jam some toothpicks in the hole and then re-drill for the screw for the pickup in there, just so it'll stay connected to the body and doesn't keep picking up. So when I notice it does pick up, sometimes like the string will like buzz off of the blade pickup because they do come up a little bit. But 24 frets, multi-scale, just a Reaper 7-string in this. I think they call it Inferno Burst, which is a pretty sweet one. I'm a big fan of the orange. I think that's kind of cool. Swamp Ash body, string through bridge, passive pickups, satin neck, which is also really nice. 7-string tuners, not locking, but still fine. I do need to restring this guitar. I haven't restrung this one in a while, so that is next up on the chopping block for me to work on. So really sweet guitar. This kind of sits in drop A. I do kind of leave this guitar in drop A a lot, just because it's nice to have a pretty solid guitar in drop A for myself. Most of my 7 strings are gonna be in drop A. Honestly, when I just do covers and stuff like that, I do just pitch shift around to make sure that there is not too much variance to them. You will see a couple of my 7 strings that are in completely different tunings, and we'll get to some of those next. All right, guys, so up next we have the only headless guitar in my collection, and this is an Ibanez QX527PB. It is headless. First off, it has a volume knob, tone knob right there, 5-way pickup selector, and this little switch. I don't know what this switch does. I don't know if it coil taps it or not. To be fair, I don't usually use much coil tap. I don't think it does because of the 5-way selector, so I just leave it in that down position. This is Ibanez's own Q pickups. I think they stand for Quest, because this is the Ibanez like Quest line is their headless guitars. They sound good. I'm not gonna lie, these are solid pickups. They are just very low outputs. You do have to just add some more output to your tone, but besides that, they sound great. I have no problem with them. I think companies are getting way better with stock pickups now than they ever have. Ibanez used to have terrible stock pickups. They used to all sound like trash, and these ones honestly sound pretty solid, and I have no complaints. It is a slanted fret, as Ibanez likes to call it, bird's eye maple fretboard, roasted bird's eye maple, but I believe it's 25.5 to 25 because it just slants one way for the fan. It doesn't actually like fan fret. They're slanted frets, Ibanez calls them. Like I said, it is headless. Everything stays in tune really well. I haven't had any complaints with this guitar. I'm actually a huge fan of this guitar and how lightweight it is. I believe this is a Nitoya body, I think Ibanez has. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know it's a roasted maple neck, and I don't think that's Purple Heart, even though like sometimes it looks purple, but it could just be mahogany. It kind of looks like mahogany. Sorry, I'm kind of like not super informative when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I'll be honest, I haven't looked up the specs like I said, but super solid guitar, super fast thin neck, painted black body, Ibanez 7-string Quest headless guitar. Super honestly amazing guitar. I love this guitar. I will just pick this up and start playing it around the house. I just leave it places just to play. Really great guitar. Gold frets, by the way. I guess they're the Evo Gold frets, which honestly feel very similar to my frets that have to my guitars that have stainless steel frets. So I will say, like, if you have gold frets as an option, I wouldn't even be worried about it. Super great guitar. Ibanez Quest, or you could call it the QX7 or QX527, I think they call it. Great guitar. And up next we have my Kiesel Solo 7. So I actually ended up getting this guitar when I graduated college. This was like a little present to myself because I've always wanted a 7-string Tele. And honestly, at that time, not too many companies were making 7-string Telecasters. It's got the Hipshot floating bridge. I have it blocked off, so it doesn't float. I wanted it floating, and then I started getting into other stuff, so I ended up just blocking the bridge in the back. Just a tone knob, volume knob, and a pickup selector, 5-way. Honestly, most of the time I just leave it in the bridge. These are Kiesel Brillium pickups, so if you've ever heard my covers with them, that's what they are. They're the Brillium, so they're the lower output ones. They sound good. The only thing I have trouble with this guitar and tones is the fact that there's always like some kind of weird static. Maybe I have to go in and like clean the electronics somewhere or something like that, but like when you're palm muting and like the noise gate's trying to cut it off, there's always some weird static. But besides that, great guitar. This is a roasted maple fretboard with normal dot inlays, offset as you can see with the 12th fret K, stainless steel frets, gold hardware up at the top, white Kiesel, so roasted maple right there. This was actually, I believe, one of the last guitars Kiesel made with the roasted maple thinner neck profile. I kid you not, I got this guitar and then watched a Kiesel live, and Jeff said that they weren't doing the roasted maple on thinner neck profiles anymore because it's very hard to work with apparently. So I'm just happy that I have this with the thinner neck profile. I am such a fan of thinner necks. And I really do like the white and gold hardware. I think that looks super classy. I do have to clean a lot of my guitars now that I'm going through them. But yeah, this is a lovely guitar. I play it all the time, honestly. The more 7-string stuff I do, the more I tend to pick it up, especially if I am just trying to get something different in. I do really like this guitar. Has to be a super solid guitar in my collection, and it does the job of what I need it to do. Locking tuners too, forgot about that. But yeah, Kiesel Solo 7-string with the Beryllium pickup. So like I said, lower output pickups. All right. So next up, we have one that I got as a custom. Oh boy, a long time ago. This is an Oakland Axe Factory, or I think now he goes by like Drinkwater guitars. So 7-string, once again, multi-scale, mahogany body, flamed maple cap. Honestly, like it's not like a thick cap, but like it's bigger than a veneer. I believe this is a Painkiller and a VH2. I did that combo because I'm a huge Intervals fan, and I know for a while that's what Aaron Marshall was rocking. 1 volume knob and a tone knob and a three-way pickup selector. Once again, you can kind of see where I was going. I got this before the Kiesel, so you can kind of see what I was trying to go for a little bit more towards the Kiesel. At this time, no one was really building like 7-string tellies. So I had contacted him and had him build me this guitar. This was like forever ago. Makassar ebony fretboard, just a plain headstock. I believe it is maple, and the black strikes are just carbon fiber. 7-string hip shot blocking tuners, as you can see right there. And it's a flamed maple neck, which was sweet. I literally never asked for that. He just put it in there and sent it to me like that, so I will take it. Like I said, a mahogany body, flame maple control cavity with the white on there as well. Super cool guitar. The only thing that I saw that I don't like on this guitar is the fact that it strings through the saddles. So the fact that I have to pull the string up, put a string in, make sure it goes through the saddle and then up to the headstock, that is kind of annoying. And I will say that is like the only thing on this guitar that I'm not a huge fan of. Besides the neck isn't the worst thing ever. It is thicker, I will say that. It's comfortable though. Every time I've played this guitar, it's been a comfortable thickness. It's not terrible. I will say it's been hard for me to get tones out of this guitar though, just because I prefer playing other guitars that I have. Like this isn't like my top one. It is a longer scale length. I think it's like 28 inches up here, and then I think like 27 something. I could be wrong. I haven't measured this guitar in a while or checked the emails that were sent back and forth between me and Tom. But super solid guitar. I do play this from time to time. It's not my number one by any means. I would rather pick up a couple other guitars before I pick up this one, just for like ease of use, I guess. I just like a lot thinner of a neck these days. But this is a solid guitar, so if I did have to play this and pick something up, I could. It stays in tune well. It does what it needs to do. It is a 7-string. It is multi-scale. The reason I wanted this back in the day, and I wanted a longer scale length, is because I wanted it for drop F. Drop F tuning, that's what I thought I was going for with this. Until I kind of just stopped playing a long time ago. Like, not like stopped, but like I would only pick up the guitar here and there. But this is honestly, I kid you not, one of my first custom guitars I ever got when I was younger. And I'm glad I have it because I will probably still use it. I don't know if I ever want to sell this one, but you know, I guess offers are always on the table. If someone's looking to snatch this from me, just let me know. but you can DM me on Instagram or anything like that, which I'll have linked down below. But this is a Drinkwater guitar, or used to be, or it is Drinkwater now. It used to be Oakland Axe Factory. Stainless steel frets as well. There is a 0 fret, so that's kind of interesting. Guitar plays great, honestly. It plays great. It's just not the first one I always gravitate towards, which kind of sucks because it is a beautiful guitar. All right, and once again, you guys are seeing a lot of redundancy here. Like I said, I do like 7 strings a lot. I just think they feel more comfortable in my hand. So my next 7 string is my Schecter Reaper 7 Elite. I believe these came out this year with a nice, we can see that quilted maple top. The deep ocean blue, I think they call it. Hip shot, multi-scale, again, bridge, 1 tone, or 1 volume, 1 tone. I think the tone knob taps. So 3-way pickup selector, and the tone knob also taps on the Inferno Burst one I have. So just a heads up. So I think these are San Andreas pickups. They sound great. Like I said, most of these companies these days, with the basic stuff that comes with the guitar, the pickups sound amazing. 7 string slanted, stainless steel frets, all the way. Schecter 7 Reaper Elite, 7 string headstock with the Schecter embossment up there. This is an amazing guitar. I do like this one a lot. I do play this one even more than a couple of my other ones. It's good to pick up. It's a heavier guitar, I'm not gonna lie. But it sounds amazing. I think this is the one I used in my I See Stars cover. And like, it's in drop A, but in that cover it gets pitched down to drop F sharp, just because there is a breakdown in drop B. So I just messed around and put it in drop F sharp. But Wenge neck, this is the first time I've ever played a Wenge neck, and let me tell you, this is like some of the smoothest wood I've ever played in my entire life. You would swear it's like satin or just like gun oil finished like regular wood, but this is so smooth that it's ridiculous. Honestly, one of the best necks I've ever played in my entire life with the Wenge. Ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, I might have already said that. Wenge neck, hip shot hard locking tuners. I believe they're the open gears. Yeah, open gear ones. When I first got this one, it plays great. The only thing that I think is weird on this one that the other Reaper doesn't have is that the volute right there, if you can see, kind of goes around where like the first fret is. It's a pretty big volute for whatever reason. So when you play, you really have to angle your hand, and then your thumb sits right where it should. If you don't angle your hand like a multi-scale, you're gonna come up and you're gonna be nudging it, and you don't think you can get to it. This is Indonesian made. I will say that the nut is a little sharp down here, but once again, like I said, you really have to angle your hand if you want to play this one, because that volute is just so far forward. I wish they would have kind of made that smaller, but it doesn't, once you get used to it, it's fine. When I first got it, I almost sent it back just because that volute was just like, it's so weird. But I kid you not, this is a killer guitar. If you had any thoughts about trying to pick one of these up, whether it's this or the red, I'm not sponsored by Schecter, even though I do have a lot of Schecter guitars, but really awesome, sick guitar. Really like that deep blue. Two of my favorite colors are blue and white. I also do like gold. That's why you see a lot of gold hardware on guitars. But super sick guitar. I play this one a lot. I definitely recommend going to pick this up if you've ever thought about picking it up. Yeah. All right, guys. And next we are going to be getting into the Music Mans. So this is the second Majesty I ever got. This is the Majesty 7 Artisan 7 string. in this azure blue. I can't find another one of these online, so I don't know how many of these they actually made and sold. But I got this forever and a half ago when these first came out. This is the Music Man floating bridge. You know, you got all the crazy stuff where it's the push for that, push and it pops up. Obviously 7-string trem. For the dB, this is the tap, and then the volume gets a push for a tone boost, 20 decibels. 3-way pickup selector, piezo up top here, DiMarzio illuminators. You can see the mirrored inlays. These are 7-string stainless steel frets, gold hardware once again, the blue and gold, Music Man Majesty. This one I always go back and forth on selling, just because I'll be honest, I don't play it too much, but it is in my mirror cover. Nice satin neck, which is really awesome on this guitar, because I have another Majesty that is satin as well, but some of the Music Man guitars don't really have satin. So you got all the crazy piezo electronics. You have the battery for the guitar, because it does have like the game changer stuff in it, I guess. And the backplate cavity. I have played this a decent amount when I was younger and stuff like that. The one thing I will say about some Music Man guitars, and I guess this might have to do with like the sweat and stuff like that, that I don't know if I can get a good thing of it, but it is gold, right? But it seems like the gold is kind of like wearing out on like certain places where you'd like rest your hand for like a palm mute. So that is something to be aware of. Like I said, I am thinking about selling this one. I always think about selling them. I'll be honest, now that I'm doing this video, I don't think I need this many 7-string guitars. But yeah, super solid guitar. If you're looking for this guitar or something, hit me up. Maybe we can make a deal. We'll see what's up. But 7-string Artisan Majesty 7-string, 7-string Sperzel locking tuners. DiMarzio illuminators. You know how Majesty and Music Man does it. John Petrucci signatures. So yeah, super solid guitar. Plays like a dream. It's in my Amir cover, my Demons with Ryu one. Sounds super awesome and super tight guitar. Right now this, once again, currently in drop A, and then I just pitch shift all over the place where I need it. And up next we have my final Majesty, but not my final Music Man guitar. So this is my Majesty 7-string in Glacier White. As you can see, 7-string once again. Let me see if I can get that bridge, because you see how much I've played this one. The like blackish chrome is wearing off, and like I wipe this guitar down after every time I play it. So same thing. Push for the tone split, and then push for the volume boost. 3-way pickup selector, DiMarzio illuminators once again, piezo magnets, or like regular pickups, piezo and regular pickups, and then just the piezo. Same setup stuff. So we're looking at stainless steel frets, Majesty and Dream Theater logo, 7-string Sperzel locking tuners, as you can see there. And then as we go, satin neck, which is really nice. I love this guitar. This is the first Majesty I ever got, and boy is this like a fantastic guitar. Like I said, all the piezo controls, the game changer cover. It is 3 AAAs, which is, or double A's, which is really weird. Backplate for the bridge. This guitar is set up in drop G. I've always left this guitar in drop G. Super awesome guitar, plays really well, super fast. I'm a huge Jason Richardson fan, so that's kind of one thing that got me into Music Man guitars. Really liked his stuff with Born of Osiris, All Shall Perish, his solo stuff, Chelsea Grin. Definitely influenced me in buying these guitars, and I still play this one a lot. Whenever I like see a song is in drop G, I just go ahead and grab this thing and I just start learning. I don't know what else I can say about it, except this is a beast of a guitar. It does need a setup, so I got to do that sometime. But yeah, so this guitar is one that I will probably never try and get rid of. It's just been through a lot with me, and we'll move on to the last guitar. But this is my Majesty 7-string Glacier White from the first run of Majesties when these first came out. Last but not least, this is my first Music Man that I have ever bought. This goes back with me even from one of my first bands. I used to play this guitar with them, and this is my John Petrucci 12 7-string. I had a chance to play one of these a long time ago at a Guitar Center. After literally, like I said in the last part, talking to Jason Richardson, I sent him a message on Twitter, I believe, and he responded and was like, hey, just pick one up and you'll understand the difference. You should play it. So I went and played it. As you can see, this needs to be set up. I do need to change the strings. I'm in the middle of that right now. I don't play this one a lot. I probably should play it more. I just pick up other things that are way easier and already set up and cleaned and stuff. But Spurzle locking tuners. It does have a gloss neck, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but you kind of get used to it. It's weird. It's in this black cherry, like sparkle finish. It was the first guitar I've had with a sparkle finish. I wasn't a big fan of the red. I'm not gonna lie. But it's grown on me because it's a darker red. It's not like that vibrant, like fire hydrant red. It did have a crunch lab and a liquefier in for pickups. I did change those out for the illuminators again, just for consistency's sake, because like I said, I was in bands at the time, and I wanted to make sure my tone was pretty like standard across all. This is the first Music Man guitar I've ever played. After that, I fell in love with these guitars. It did fall off a stand at one point. Let me see if it'll focus here. The camera won't focus, but there is like a little chip right by the headstock, like on the headstock, like right here where my thumb is. But it still plays massively. It's an amazing guitar. Like I said, it sits at the back of my guitar rack. But it is one of the best playing guitars I've ever played in my entire life. It is a Music Man Majesty Ball Family Reserve JP12. Seriously, I love this guitar. I don't think that it can get any better than this. Like I said, first Music Man, so this one's got sentimental value to me. This is the first one I've literally saved up so much for. I remember having to save up and months, and then I finally went to a Guitar Center and was like, hey, can you order this guitar for me? Let's see if it'll focus. You see that little crack on the headstock, the chip, just below the bass side string tuner. So yeah, this is my final guitar that I own. This is one of my favorites. I will never get rid of this guitar. Even though I don't play it much, I still will never get rid of it. It's the same setup as the Majesty. Oh no, it's not actually. So there's no boost, I don't think, but there is a coil tap and there is the piezo volume. I never touched the piezo on any of these guitars. There's a coil tap though. And then there's no like bass boost or anything like that. Three-way pickup selector, magnet, or this is fully piezo. That's magnet and piezo, and that's just fully magnet. I always just leave that down. 7-string trem. Yeah. This is my JP12. So those were all my guitars for 2023. 2024 has a whole new world ahead of it. So this is where we're ending the collection for this year. I don't know if I'm willing to sell to get rid of any new ones or anything like that. I'm a big fan of playing. Honestly, I don't know what I would get rid of in order to get something new, or what to exchange or trade or anything like that. So I'm not huge into like the gear tube space, I guess you would call it. But maybe I should start reviewing some of these and maybe like swap some out to try and get some new ones, to try and review some new ones and stuff like that too. Maybe I should hit up some companies and see if they'll want to work with me, maybe do a cover and kind of like explain the details of the guitar. But this is what I have for 2023, and I'm very excited to see what comes in 2024. And I want to say thank all of you guys for sticking by me for 2023. The channel's grown. It's not anything exponential or huge or anything, but I think we started out with 2 subscribers this year, and we made it up to 166. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It means a lot to me that there's 166 other people that would want to hear what I have to say, or even just see the stupid shorts that I make and stuff every year. I know this is a really long video. I think we're going pretty long on this, especially with all the guitars and stuff. But honestly, just thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for sitting here and watching the channel. I know I started this back in the summer, and it's not like I've even been doing this a whole year yet, but 166 of you find what I have to say interesting. So like I said, thank you very much. I know we've had ups and downs where I did like gaming content at certain points, but now I'm fully into music. You're only going to be seeing music on this channel from me, whether it's guitars, whether it's covers, whether it's reviews as well. So just stay around. Maybe we'll start some reactions in 2024, because I know you guys like some of that. I'll keep the videos coming, guys, as long as you keep watching. Thank you again. It means a lot to me. If you want to see anything else from me, please leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of everything that I've shown here. Tell me which guitar out of these is your favorite. Which one would you pick up and play? And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for me. That really helps me out. If you do leave a comment below, like I said, let me know which guitar you'd want to play and why. And I'll see you in the comments, guys. Take it easy.